Prosperity is the freedom to build what you're called to build without shrinking, settling, or struggling. Today's guest helps women step into that kind of freedom every day. Are you guys ready to get into it? Let's go.
Here we go. Nicole Johnson. Nicole Johnson. Nicole Johnson. Let's go.
And welcome to another episode of Prosperity Conversations. I am the Nicole Johnson, and today we're talking about voice, visibility, and the power of building with intention. My guest, Miss and the most wonderful Robbin Kelton, the powerhouse behind Mamapreneur Enterprises. She is the host of the Mamapreneur Podcast, nearing 100 episodes. Okay, amplifying women's stories and strategy. She leads the Mamapreneur Podcasting Academy, supports women through Mamapreneur Media Experience, and is now booking stages for 2026 with her signature blend of real talk, heart, and strategy. And I want you guys to clap it up real loud and welcome Robin to the stage. Hey, Robin, how are you?
Hey, I am doing well. How are you?
I'm good, boo. I'm good. Good to be back on stage with you. I missed you.
You too. Thank you so much for having me. It's always, fun to be on the opposite end. I'm used to
That's
being the interviewer.
it.
I'm the interviewee today. So, yes, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Listen, we're behind the stage in the green room and we're seeing things. We're going, wait a minute, what just happened here? And that's
Yeah.
the fun part. And as she said, being on the other end of it, it's a little different, but you do get the experience of seeing it as the guest. And so I'm happy to be the host with you today. And Robin is one of our featured speakers at the Wealthy Women Lifestyle 2026 Vision and Empowerment Retreat, local here in Plano, Texas, January 15th through the 17th. And listen, you guys do not, if you guys think we are a hoot on stage, can you imagine what it looked like in the room? Y'all better click on that link. Y'all better find that link and get here and get with us because it is an awesome time, but not just awesome. As Robin goes to share with us information about what we always talk about with prosperity, she's a wealth of knowledge, wealth of education, wealth of experience, just a big old ball of wealth. And that's what we love over here at the Wealthy Women Lifestyle. So Robin, I'm going to jump right into where we always start with our guests. What does prosperity mean to you?
Prosperity is relationships, not just money, because that comes later. So, relationships. Building know, like, and trust. Are you building know, like, and trust? Are you building credibility? Are you getting in the room? That is
Mm,
prosperity.
yep. So that is the epitome of your network will build your net worth.
Yep.
And so, one of the things that I like to tell the community is if you are always the person that's at the top of the circle feeding into people, sometimes you got to turn around and be at the bottom of the circle so
Yep.
you can be fed, right? Because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Okay. Um, so knowing that prosperity to you means relationships, how do those relationships, when you start building that, because Robin is coming from a business perspective. We've had all sorts of guests that have talked about health and wellness. They've talked about freedom, but this prosperity is coming from what you do and from the business perspective, right? A lot of us turn around and open a business, launch a business, start a business, and we go from hustle for the job to hustle for the brand or hustle for the business. So when you think of prosperity through the lens of building relationships, how does that get one to freedom and actually our purpose?
Number one, getting in the right rooms. Are you in the right rooms? Are you in the right rooms where it's not just what's in it for me? Are we helping one another? Again, Nicole just said it. Your network is your net worth. So getting in those rooms and getting with those people and building those relationships, anything in life and business starts with the relationship.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
being able to have the discernment on which ones are the right ones and proceeding from there.
You said a very that one little word, discernment. And so, Robin, lately, has there been a time where you were in the wrong room or the wrong relationship when it comes to business?
Mhm.
And how did that, what was that experience like for you?
Wrong room. Went to an event fresh, maybe a little after COVID when we was, back outside again.
Back outside. Yeah,
We
back
back
outside.
outside. And so went to an event. Um, well-known people were in that room. Celebrity status was in that room. And everyone was very cliquey.
Mm.
You've been in those situations where you go in
Yes,
the room and
ma'am.
it was a space. I didn't know anyone personally there, but who the person that was throwing it, I knew who she was. She's got national status, very well known, had very well known guest speakers, all the things.
Mm-hmm.
They were nice,
Right.
but the people in the room
Yeah.
only kind of stuck to um their group, their clique, if you will. And so didn't really I walked, yes, I learned from the speakers, but I really walked out not really getting anything from it kind of deal
Mm-hmm. Kind of not making any connections.
at all. And
Mhm.
I tell people I never meet a stranger.
Oh, is that why we click, girl?
If I don't never meet a stranger, it's you, not me.
That's right. And I love that concept of what you do here locally in Dallas and the DFW area with putting on many projects and gatherings to bring people together.
Yeah.
So I'm in Dallas. If she has something in Fort Worth, I can travel good 30, 35 minutes. And vice versa. Fort Worth comes to Dallas and all parts of the city and the Metroplex so that like-minded individuals can come together. And it's not just well, Robin, what you doing that's going to benefit me? Robin, what are you having so that I can meet other women? Because when you build those natural relationships, though, ooh, Nicole needs to meet so and so, or so
Yep.
and so needs to meet Nicole. As a matter of fact, we were just having a conversation about I got somebody that does this for me, girl. I need somebody to do that. As soon as we're done, I'll get you that person's contact information.
I appreciate
So
that.
that's it. That's it. So we can help each other, and that network comes in so man, there's so many different words that we could describe because it actually becomes critical and vital to your business. It really
Absolutely.
does. And I love that. So, Robin, as you are building these networks and relationships and putting these events together, because I know, trust me, I know it's not always easy to put events together. What caused you to do that? What was either lacking that made you do it, or what was the benefit that you got that you wanted to continue to do
To do the events.
it? Mm-hmm.
Um, well, the why behind it is just simple. Almost 6 years ago, got invited to a room, same situation, knew no one, but the person who invited me, which I knew briefly, because I was providing samples for some swag bags for
Mm-hmm.
the event, and to not know that my name was going to be drawn out of a swag bag for a free spot to come onto a podcast, who now is my producer for my show. Thursday will be 100 episodes.
Okay, that's the
So
lady I met.
No, you haven't met her yet.
Okay.
I gotta pull her out the house.
Okay. Okay.
Long story. I have to pull her out the house. Anyway, but the why behind all of that is you never know what opportunities can present themselves by being in the room.
That's it.
I went to an event just to go to an event because it was fresh in the middle of COVID. I was tired of being at home.
Yeah.
So I got
Mhm.
an opportunity to provide those swag bags. I said, hey, girl, where's the event? I'll buy a ticket. And went, networked, and did all the things. Not Didn't know I was going to be going and getting a podcast appearance out of it. Later to
Mhm.
be asked to host my own. I didn't know
Oh,
that. So you
yeah.
just never know what opportunities can come from that. So prosperity means, again, getting in those rooms,
Yeah.
doing what scares the crap out of you. Because believe it or not, I'm scared to do public speaking, and I'm nervous every show.
Robin, listen. A lot of people say, Nicole, do you get nervous? You don't get nervous. Listen, nervousness is nothing but energy.
Right.
And once you start to harness that energy, that's the way it works for me. I use that energy to help me stay on point, help me stay
Absolutely.
focused and stuff like that. Um, but Robin, you truly are a natural, right? I think what it is at least that's what it's been for me. I can do it naturally, but when you put me on the spot to do it on a regular basis, or when you're actually bringing to my attention that I'm the center of the attention, then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, all eyes on me for real. Come on now.
Too
So,
funny.
yeah.
Yeah.
So now that COVID is over, you say air quotes, and you're out and about town, the one thing that I know that you do is you're always mentioning someone who needs to meet somebody else. It's like me, the community connector.
Yep.
So I know that you have an event coming up pretty soon. It's the last Mamapreneur event before the end of the year. Is that correct? Tell us about it.
Yes, 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 yes. So it is called the Mamapreneur Self-Care Experience. I've done a lot of collaborations this year. I've been doing my show's almost 5. The events are almost 4 years old, doing them monthly. Um, and so this is with a place called The Tox. So we have something called lymphatic drainage that must
Mm.
come out of our system to releasing all those toxins. And I had that as a service once, and I know the owner. And so I was like, we should do this as an event because she actually did my wellness event back in February.
Okay.
Again, proximity, being in the room.
Absolutely.
A friend of a friend invited her to come and be a vendor at my event. Her location hadn't quite opened yet. They were still working on it. She had already said, hey, when I open up, I want you to have an event at my space. All right, great. So, one, having those relationships. Two, your name being spoken in rooms without you being in them. Proximity, prosperity. Just saying it all goes hand in hand.
It does.
So it this coming Saturday in Allen, Texas at the Tox, and giving away some discounted services, and there'll be some of the premium services. There is a fee, but it's discounted. But great networking opportunity, while you getting your health and wellness and taking some time to pour into yourself.
I love it. I love it. And this is the time of the year that a lot of people are, especially coming off of. I know some of our listeners are federal employees. After a 42-day government, I said it right. I said what I said. Shut down. Um, a lot of people were stressing out. I
Hmm.
know blood pressures were up, anxiety levels were up. How am I going to make ends meet?
Yeah.
So this is definitely a time for people to start focusing on how to stay healthy, get healthy, stay healthy, um, and relax, rejuvenate. Okay, and during that drainage, doing some releasing. Okay, can definitely benefit from that. So if you're local to Dallas, make sure that you are following Robbin. Hold on, let me put up the Mamapreneur. Find her on Facebook.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Follow
right
me.
there, right there. Go and follow her, and stay in tune. Definitely stay in tune, because you never know who you are going to meet. You never know what opportunity. This is my third year doing my January retreat, and at the first one, which was our kind of like our practice run, one of the ladies said we have to stop being poor, passing over opportunities repeatedly. I said, "Oh,
That's a
okay,
shirt. That's
okay,
a good shirt
that's
slogan.
a sure. That's a real good one. Yeah,
Shirt slogan.
let's talk to
Yep.
that merch lady. Let's talk to that merch lady." But we have to stop not being in position.
Yeah.
You gotta stop being in position, and even being in position, you have to be ready to launch. You have to be ready to go. And so when you talk about prosperity, I hear a lot of people say fake it till you make it. I've
I
never
can't fake
been
nothing. I can't
one,
fake nothing.
because it just
No.
don't sit well with me. But what I can do is see myself where I want to be.
Mhm.
Not that. Remember when we were growing up and we were going to the store and Mama said, "Now when we get in the store, don't touch nothing, don't ask for nothing, don't even look at nothing real hard." She was preparing us on how to act when we got inside that store. So
Right.
I'll tell people, see yourself where you want to be so you know how to act when you get there. Okay. And visioning where I want to be, what prosperity looks like for me, defining what it is, and then seeing myself as I walk into it, and then positioning myself and building those relationships.
Yep. Taking
So
action is everything. Taking
take
action
it,
to do it, to get toward
baby.
whatever that is. And faith without works is dead. So you can't just sit there and be like, all right, I wrote it down. I talked to the
Right.
Lord about it. Okay, I'm just gonna sit and observe. You got to actually take those action steps to whatever that is. And even right now, Nicole just mentioned the, furloughed people that were furloughed during the shutdown. Yeah, you still building those relationships with that, you know, even though not furloughed anymore, most are not, but
And
still.
we for the most part we've all returned. For the most part, we've all been back paid. I am still hearing stories of some people who haven't gotten their full back pay.
Wow.
You know what's in most, even that part is, it makes me go, this is ridiculous. But you know what's even more ridiculous to me, Robin, is that come January 30th, we could be right back in the same situation,
Mm,
because the budget that was created only extends funding until January 30th. January 31st, same thing.
that
And
means that's
so,
just your cue for those. This is your cue, your sign. If you don't have a business, the Lord gave us all gifts.
absolutely.
Figure out what that gift is, and govern yourselves accordingly. I'd give churchy references at the moment. Govern yourselves accordingly. Um,
Listen, absolutely.
so if that were to occur,
Hmm.
you're not
Yes,
scrambling. You already
I
have
already
something going.
positioned.
You
Yes.
just act accordingly.
So, Robin, let me ask you this. One of the things that I know that you do is you work with women. You've built this ecosystem that helps women stand in their expertise and building something for themselves. How do you help women? How do you help them? How do you help the people that are in, maybe want to start a podcast or start a business? How do you help them?
Well, I have services for both. So, um, with the podcasting piece, my joke is everyone has a podcast in them. You may know it, you may not. And so really honing in on what you want to talk about, especially
Hmm.
for my ones that it's a thought they haven't taken any action yet. I kind of help them navigate that. There's a strategy session just specifically for that. And then I have multiple within my podcasting academy. I have multiple packages, whether you want it fast track or you want the full 12 weeks.
Okay.
You
Okay.
choose your poison. Wow.
Pick your
Um,
poison.
then and I have people that come to me all the time that are not in podcasting, but they see that I do quite a bit, and they're like, "Man, you had to teach a class on time management." And so they'll ask all these questions in regards to time management and all the things, and I'm able to assist there, or just they're wanting to start a business or they want to elevate their business and they're stuck, and I help with that as well. I have a strategy call specifically just for that, and I give them homework before they even get on my phone, so we can utilize that hour wisely.
That's right. And I love that. And so you said something about if they're stuck. So I'm going to ask you because it's potentially somebody watching now or listening to the sounds of our voices that may be stuck, not know which direction to move in. What's
Okay.
the one thing that you would say to them to help them take the next step?
Well, you're in a great season right now to know what you would like to take with you in 2020 into 2026 and what could stay right here in 2025. So every end of the year, I do something called a focus session. You can focus session, business audit, whatever you want to call it. And I sit down, that's in life and in business. And I just go through the year. So we're talking business now. Going through the year to see, okay, X event in my case, that was a success. All right, we can do that next year. Or X event was a dud. All right, we're not doing that anymore. Or certain services that we want to keep, whatever making money. Okay, if it's making money, all right, great. If it is not making money, if you are very exhausted and burnt out, that is your time to sit, to brainstorm, to see where you can pivot and act accordingly from there.
I love that. I love that. Because I think you were over here while I did that a couple of weeks ago in preparation for closing out December, getting the retreat ready for January, participating in a pitching contest the week before the retreat. I don't know what I was thinking, but we're forging ahead. Um, there were some major shifts, both personally, professionally, and in business. And so one of my community members reached out and she said, "Well, I'm thinking about this one." I said, "Well, baby, don't think about it no more because it won't be here in 2026. Yeah, we're not there. There's some things you have to find and determine if something is still serving you. And if it's
Absolutely.
not, it's okay to put it down.
Yeah.
It
And
is.
we all do it as entrepreneurs and don't feel like it's you know what, that's a failure. It's not. It's just in some things in your business, you're only meant to do it just like in life for a season. So that season may be up. All right. What are we doing next quarter, next year? And you can do this quarterly as well. So
Yes,
it's just
absolutely.
whatever floats your boat, whatever floats your boat.
And what lesson did you learn? Because some people think that if I stop doing it, it's because I lost something or I failed at something. No, as long as you got a lesson out of it, so
It's
that you
okay to
don't,
pivot.
it got to pivot, got to
It's
shift.
okay to pivot because a lot of times that's what needs to happen for the blessing, to be on the other side of it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so, Robin, what's one last thing that you are doing to prepare to close out 2025 and make 2026 the best year ever?
Practice margin. What
Oh,
that means is I'm good at time management, but again, what room can I leave for better things and bigger things to come? Because I do a lot. So
yes, you do.
what margin are we gonna put out there? What are we taking off the plate?
Okay.
So what you doing right
Absolutely.
now to take off that you need to take off your plate right now
I love
for
it.
the door to open
That's
for
it.
greater things to come.
There are greater things to come. I love it, Robin, and I so appreciate you being here. I am looking forward to our time together over the next few weeks, how we are preparing for the 2026 Vision and Empowerment Retreat, because it is going to be some things in that room that are going to turn some people's heads. And just so you guys
Can't wait.
know, Robin is going to be talking about all this networking that we're going to do over the course of those 3 days. What are you going to do once you leave? There
Yeah.
is a fortune in there's a fortune in follow up, and that is sometimes a lot of things, that's a few things that the people drop. And so Robin is going to make sure that you are well equipped, and I am actually looking forward to it because I need to rush off of my follow up too.
And it's going to be very interactive. So if you haven't bought your ticket
Absolutely.
yet, please get your ticket. Be in the room. My slogan, I say it to my community all the time. True connection happens when you're in the room.
Yes.
Get from behind that computer and go physically be in the room. Go meet some people. Put a little makeup on.
Yes.
Get your
Go
hair together.
outside.
A little rouge. Put a little rouge on
The rush.
and get your nice little outfit together and buy your ticket and go be in the room. Go hear
Yes.
us in person. Come love on us. It's something, and I network often, virtually and in person, but it's something about the room, being
Oh,
in the room, and just who the Lord sits you next to. You be like, man, that could be the person you need for your business. That could be the person you just business bestie or bestie,
that's it.
but you can't meet them if at home under the covers rubbing your feet together. All right, that's it. Carry on.
Because you stepped on some toes up under them covers. I'm look, mine just under the little blanket right now.
Yeah,
But
it's
it
cold
is
outside. I get it.
100% the truth. Is a totally different environment when you can actually pull into somebody else's energy, their space, and you can lean into them, even if but for a moment. So it is important to come to the storehouse, as the good Lord says. Come on to the storehouse. Bring your listen. Bring your not just your tithes and offering, but bring yourself to the storehouse. Okay, that's it. That's it. So you guys, as always, I want you to remember that prosperity is not something that you chase. It is something that you choose. I want to thank Robin for being here with us. We look forward to seeing her again, potentially on Prosperity Conversations, but definitely throughout all the clips at the Wealthy Women Lifestyle Retreat in January 2026. This has been another episode of Prosperity Conversations. I am the Nicole Johnson, and as always, till next time. Thanks, Robin.
You.